Now can you see it? Alright, the story about the Mr. and Poppins.
I'm free and it feels like my heart's exploding, like I could touch the sky. All the plans that I have made finally become real. Yeah.
I got the Mr., believe it or not, from a movie. I was thinking about this last night, how I came about that. Anyway, this movie, I know everybody out there in internet land has seen this movie many, many times because it's a favorite classic of, I would say, just about everybody. It's called White Christmas. There's a song in there that Rosemary Clooney does with this other lady, because they're sisters in the movie. And that's, I think, is the name of the song, is Sisters. Well, there's one line in there that goes, Lord help the sister who comes between me and my mister.
Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister.
Well, that's where I got the mister from. And I don't know, for some reason I just started calling everybody Mr. Guys, anyway. And I call the girls Mrs. So that's kind of how the Mr. came about, you know. And so Steve and I and, well, most everybody we come in contact with, we call them Mr. And they get a kick out of that. They really like that. Now the Poppins part, here again, you know, it's my wife that, you know, she got me into these movies, the White Christmas. I never watched them as a kid. But this other movie I got the Poppins from is called Mary Poppins. Well, you know, jokingly, you know, people will tell me, well, you're doing that all wrong. And I'll tell them, no. I'm doing it all right because I'm Chris Poppins. I'm practically perfect in every way.
As I expected, Mary Poppins practically perfect in every way.
So, that's how the Poppins came about. And so, there's a trio of us, Steve and Rick and I. We're the Poppins brothers.
Doesn't have his sunglasses. Oh, man.
There.
Okay,
No, they're in the truck, I think. They know.
Oh no, the Poppin brothers.
The Poppins and their misses.
Everywhere.
See what you started, Chris?
Huh?
See what you started?
Wow, I made a difference in the world.
What I need to do
The
is take that
Poppins.
picture of them, print it, cut out the extra of just them and put it on the dashboard. So whenever we travel, we'll go, they're in South Dakota.
Hi,
Hi, they're the Poppin brothers.
and the Poppin brothers is wives.
This is Chris Poppins, Becky Poppins, Darren Poppins.
Pleased to meet you.
Steve Poppins, Claudia Poppins, and Rick Poppins. We're coming your way.
That's right. Don't forget it.
You're
Don't you forget it.
with the Poppins on vacation.
And, you know, we're all practically perfect in every way, no matter what we do. So that's how the Poppins came about. Mr. Poppins.
Oh, while we're waiting for the inspector to show up, I guess we can do some other things around here. Because we got most of the punch done, but we still need to do all these duct works. Especially where the plumbing's been done already. We can put fire block in there, and old school person like me, fire block used to mean this fire blocking up above here so that if a fire formed in the wall, it would keep it from going up. Well, now they've got fire block foam and fire block caulking that is supposed to be more fireproof inside of a wooden wall that burns to keep fire from spreading so much. And this is another one of these things where you've got these guys out there that said, oh, I invented this stuff that won't burn, so we can put it in these wooden walls, and when you put it in between all these wires and all this plumbing, you don't have to worry about oxygen getting to the fire so that the fire spreads through your home. But I mean, it seems like you should be able to use just any kind of caulk or foam, because you can come back and say, well, this particular foam is flammable. It might be flammable, but so's the wood. And I don't know if you've ever burned OSB, but man, OSB is almost like gasoline. So it's kind of my rant.
Some of you folks out there in the internet land, you want to know what it's like to build a house on your own with inspectors. Well, you know, I guess some of you think it might be fun, and some of it is kind of fun. Well, not kind of fun, it is fun. But then there's times when it's not so fun. And right now, Steve and I are experiencing one of those times. We've been trying to get an electrical inspector out here for like almost a week. And, well, we've had one problem after another, and as far as trying to get one out here, we contacted the state electrical inspector, and that was it was a couple weeks, or about a week ago. Well, the day after I contacted him, he called about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. And he wanted to know exactly where we were. And so when I told him, he said that he doesn't do this area. This other inspector does this area. Well, I said, well, may I have the phone number for that other inspector so I can call him and, you know, schedule an inspection with him? And he said, oh, no, I'll just, I'll forward the information to him. And anyway, whether he did or not, I don't know. I haven't had any calls from the guy, and that's been 3 days ago. So I resubmitted for an electrical rough-in inspection yesterday, was it, Dave? Yes, it was yesterday. And I still haven't heard anything from the inspector whether he's going to come or not. And they have, they're supposed to schedule an inspection within 3 days from when you contact him to do the inspection. So, with all that said, that's some of the, one of the frustrations or setbacks, whatever you want to call it, that you go through, you know, and, you know, it's kind of stressing me out anyway, because, you know, it's winter time here, it's cold, and my wife and I have no place to live. We're living in her sister's house with her sister and her husband. But, you know, living with family, you know, is okay for a little while. But, you know, after a while it gets old, and, you know, things, you know, it just, you start to clash, I guess would be the word, you know. So, you know, but it's almost like these guys have no concept of what it's like, what the homeowner goes through, you know. I'm not a contractor, and Steve's not a contractor. We're doing this on our own. So, you know, it would be really nice if we would get a courtesy call or something, some kind of contact, or, you know, to let us know what's going on, you know. But anyway, that's just one of the frustrations. You know, there's other frustrations, you know, things like material getting delivered late, or being held up somewhere, you know, else, you know, not at your store, you know, stuff being not at your store and local store. And you have to order it from somewhere else. Just There are frustrations, but there are good times.
I mean, here you're doing all the work, you're doing everything, and a guy comes in and makes you redo it. It ticked me off that you had to put in all these lambs, these what we call glue lambs. Now they call them Versa lambs.
Versa lamb, yeah.
But it was
glue lambs. I know what you're talking about.
Glue lambs, and you had to put glue lambs. This is all because of people lobbying, and they lobby, and they get somebody to pass a law that says you have to use this type product, and that's the only one. I'm sorry, we built Hutters for years. I've never had one fail. Oh, I don't need to rant on this, because here's the deal.
It's a good rant that I got on video.
I love life, and life is a joy.
Bye.